Hello there, and welcome. If you're fed up with trying law of attraction techniques that just don't seem to work, then you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to share a powerful message that explains why those techniques might not be delivering the results you've been hoping for, and most importantly, I'll show you how to fix it once and for all. In this video, we're diving deep into the 7 common mistakes that many of us make, which end up blocking our manifestations. So if you feel like you're doing everything correctly, yet still aren't attracting your desires, stay with me. This entire message is for you. Before we get into the details, let's start with one fundamental truth. The law of attraction operates 24 hours a day, every single day. It isn't something that turns on and off. It is a universal law that continuously governs the energy of the cosmos. Whether you're aware of it or not, whether you love it or hate it, it is always in effect. What many people, the best of us included, tend to overlook is that the techniques we use are merely tools to help us hone in on and direct our energy. They are not the law of attraction itself. So even if it seems like these techniques aren't working, it doesn't mean that the law itself isn't active. Instead, they are simply reflecting the energy you are currently radiating. For years, I struggled with the same challenge. I put in the work using various manifestation techniques, yet nothing seemed to change. It felt as if all these efforts were fruitless. But eventually, I discovered something crucial. Every technique I tried was working exactly as it should by mirroring my inner state at that very moment. If my results weren't what I expected, it wasn't because the techniques were flawed, but because my vibration was misaligned with my true desires. Today, I want to share with you 7 key points that might be sabotaging your ability to manifest. And once you understand these, you'll be on your way to creating the life you've always dreamed of. 1. Not truly knowing what you want. Let's dive right in. The first mistake many people make is not having absolute clarity about what they truly want. It's easy to say, I want a beach house, or I want to be rich. However, have you ever taken a moment to really sit down and ask yourself, do I genuinely long for a beach house that resonates with my soul? Or is it just a desire to impress others, or a reflection of trends you see around you? The problem arises when your wish isn't a deep, heartfelt longing, but rather an idea imposed by external influences. If your desire isn't coming from the deepest part of your heart, then the energy you send out is muddled. An unclear desire inevitably leads to unclear results. Before you practice any technique, take a few moments, maybe even several days, to meditate, journal, or simply sit with your feelings. Ask yourself, what is it that I truly desire? What does it feel like in my heart? When you calibrate your technique on a desire that feels authentic to your inner self, you then begin to radiate a clear, decisive energy. That clarity is the first step toward manifesting what you really want. 2. Operating from a place of lack. Our second key point revolves around the energy you're operating from. Imagine you're practicing a technique to manifest a particular sum of money. But if, as you do this, your internal dialogue is filled with statements like, I need money, or I'm always broke, then you are, without a doubt, radiating a vibration of lack. The law of attraction is like a mirror. It reflects back exactly what you put out. The moment you use the word need, you're setting the stage for scarcity rather than abundance. What you need to do is shift your focus from lack to gratitude. Instead of thinking, I need money urgently, start thinking, I am incredibly grateful for all the wealth that is already flowing into my life. By replacing the feeling of need with gratitude and the belief that there is already abundance in your life, and that more is on its way, you begin to change your vibrational output. It's not enough to simply wish for money. You have to embody the feeling that money is already yours and that you are complete and abundant. This subtle shift is incredibly powerful, and will allow your manifestation practices to flourish. 3. Being too rigid with your practice. The third mistake often made is the imposition of strict rules or schedules around your manifestation practices. Many people think that if they set a fixed time, for example, every day at exactly 2 p.m. to perform their techniques, then that precision will yield results. However, rigidity can be counterproductive. When you force yourself into a strict routine, it can manifest as stress and anxiety. The truth is, the law of attraction works best when you are calm, relaxed, and natural. If you're rushing, if you're tense, if you're forcing yourself to do something at a certain time, simply because you think you have to, your energy won't be as aligned with your true desires. Instead of clinging to a strict schedule, allow your practice to occur organically. Find the moments in your day when you feel most centered and at peace, whether that's early in the morning, during a quiet moment at lunchtime, or late at night when everything feels calm. When your practice is a natural, joyful part of your day rather than a chore, your vibrational output is so much higher, and that is when the magic of manifestation truly happens. 4. Reverting to negativity. Immediately after your practice, the fourth common mistake is something many of us are guilty of without even realizing. After completing our manifestation technique, we quickly revert to our old habits. Imagine that you've just spent a few minutes in a state of deep focus, visualizing your dream and feeling an uplifted state of gratitude and positivity. But as soon as you finish, you immediately begin complaining about your day or the challenges you're facing. That sudden drop back into negativity negates much of the positive energy you just raised. Your technique may temporarily elevate your vibration, but if the rest of your day is spent in a negative state of mind, that elevated state won't hold. The key is consistency. You need to carry that positive state with you for as long as possible. Whether it's by continuously reaffirming your gratitude, repeating affirmations, or simply being mindful of your emotional state, you have to consciously choose to remain in a high vibrational state after your practice. The more seamlessly you can integrate an elevated state of being into every part of your day, the more effective your manifestations will be. 5. Holding limiting beliefs about what you desire. Our fifth point touches on a deeper, more insidious barrier: the limiting beliefs you hold about what you want to manifest. Let's say you decide to use a technique to win the lottery, but deep inside, you believe that winning is nearly impossible, that thousands of people are trying and you're just not lucky enough. Or perhaps you have a hidden fear that if you win, it will create problems. Maybe your friends or family will start asking for money. These limiting beliefs are like invisible barriers, preventing you from receiving what you truly desire. Even if you perform the technique perfectly, the underlying belief that it's too hard, not meant for you, will manifest as resistance. The miracle in manifestation comes when you dive deep and resolve these limiting beliefs. Replace them with a deep-seated, unwavering conviction that not only can you manifest your heart's desire, but you also fully deserve it. When you let go of these internal blocks and fully commit to the belief that your desires are attainable, the universe begins to respond in ways that are nothing short of miraculous. 6. Doubt immediately after your practice. Sixth mistake is something subtle yet extremely powerful: the seed of doubt that is often sown immediately after you complete your manifestation practice. It might be as simple as thinking, "Did that really work? Should I do it again?" This kind of immediate self-doubt sends a conflicting signal to the universe. The strength of your manifestation lies in the confidence of your intention. When you start second-guessing yourself right after setting your intention, you weaken the positive energy you've just created. Instead, once you've finished your practice, take a moment to close your eyes. Take a deep breath and trust fully that your intention has been set. Let go of any lingering questions. Remind yourself that you have done your part, and now the universe is taking over. This trust is not passive. It is an active, confident affirmation that what you desire is already on its way. Any hint of doubt only serves to disrupt this flow. So clear your mind and move forward with the SSUREDNESS.7. Anxiety. Over how long? Manifestation will take the seventh and final point is closely related to doubt, but takes the form of anxiety over timing. It is common to become impatient when you don't see immediate results. Perhaps you perform your manifestation practice, and then weeks pass with no clear sign that your desire is manifesting. This impatience transforms into anxiety, which, in turn, sends out vibrations of insecurity and desperation. And as we know, anxiety is a powerful attractor of the very things you do not want. In this case, more delay and frustration. Remember that the universe operates on its own perfect schedule. Your role is simply to stay in a state of trust and positivity while the manifestation process unfolds. When you let go of the need to know exactly when something will happen, you open yourself up to the possibility that it may manifest in ways you never imagined. Patience is a key aspect of transformation. When you remain calm and trust in the timing of the universe, you allow the process to manifest in its own divine way, which is almost always far more beautiful than what you could have planned. Now, let's step back and imagine what your life could be like if you are able to remove all these internal obstacles. Picture yourself fully awakened to the innate power of your intervention, the ability to change the course of your future simply by shifting your inner vibration. In that elevated state, your hopes and dreams stop being mere fantasies. They begin to take form as concrete, tangible realities. Every moment you spend in gratitude, every visualization filled with positive intent, every empowered thought accumulates and builds a solid foundation for the life you have always longed for. As your inner world transforms, you will notice that your external reality starts to follow suit. If you once found yourself caught in a cycle of scarcity and insecurity, it's natural that your experiences would reflect that. But once you consciously shift your focus to gratitude, abundance, and unwavering self-belief, you begin to attract opportunities and relationships that support your highest aspirations. It will feel as if the universe is actively rewarding your inner transformation by opening doors that you never even knew existed. Always remember that the law of attraction is relentless. It is always working, regardless of how you feel at any given moment. The techniques you use are simply channels for the universal energy that is constantly in motion. What sometimes appears to fail is not the law itself, but rather a misalignment in your internal state. That's why it is so crucial to ensure that your energy remains elevated throughout the day. Continually ask yourself, how do I feel right now? And if you notice any negativity or anxious thoughts creeping in, take a moment to shift your focus back to a state of gratitude and abundance. Asterisk, asterisk, if you're ready to change your destiny, to whom? Start attracting the life you so earnestly desire, and now is the moment to take deliberate, conscious action. Transform your inner world from the very depths of your soul. When you catch yourself slipping into old patterns of doubt or negativity after your manifestation practice, pause, take a long, deep breath, and remind yourself that you are in complete control of your destiny. Every positive thought you nurture is a building block for a richer, more fulfilling future. This journey is not merely about superficially attracting desired things. It's about evolving into the very best version of yourself, one that naturally lives out the dreams you have always held dear. Celebrate every small victory along this path. Every time you choose gratitude over complaint, every time you consciously redirect your focus to the abundance around you, you are reprogramming your mind and soul. These small actions, though they may seem insignificant in isolation, compound over time into powerful habits that support your manifestation process. Imagine waking up each morning with an unshakable belief that you are worthy of every blessing the universe has in store. Picture yourself moving through your day with a profound sense of confidence and joy, where every action and every interaction radiates pure abundance and positivity. This is the true magic of the law of attraction in action. Now keep in mind that the universe always mirrors the energy you project. If you find yourself trapped in cycles of negativity, self-doubt, or scarcity, even when you are not consciously practicing any specific technique, it is an unmistakable sign that your inner state requires a shift. Start with small, mindful adjustments. Replace a negative thought with a positive affirmation. Take a few moments during your day to simply be grateful for even the smallest blessings, and observe how these changes gradually transform your overall vibrational state. This renewed, vibrant energy will supercharge your manifestation techniques, drawing to you opportunities, resources, and relationships that you once believed unattainable. True transformation is not a one-time event. It is a continuous, lifelong journey of self-discovery, growth, and reinvention. It will not happen overnight. It is a daily process that demands patience, persistence, and unwavering commitment to oneself. Every challenge you face is not a sign of failure, but rather an opportunity and invitation to reassert your commitment to a life filled with abundance and joy. When you remember that manifestation techniques are just tools, and that the true power lies in sustaining a high vibration state throughout every moment of your life, you unlock the potential to transform your entire being in a holistic and authentic way. For example, if you are using a technique to manifest financial prosperity, but spend the majority of your day thinking, I need money, or I never have enough, the universe will inevitably mirror that scarcity back to you. However, if you learn to replace those limiting thoughts with deep gratitude for all that you already possess, or, even better, with a firm belief that abundance is your natural state, then that very same technique will begin to manifest incredible opportunities and financial resources into your life. That subtle but significant transformation from a mindset of scarcity to one overflowing with gratitude is perhaps one of the most powerful keys you can turn to unlock the full potential of the law of attraction. It's equally important to allow yourself to experience your emotions fully without judgment or resistance. Often, when things don't go exactly as planned, our immediate reaction is to feel frustrated or to start questioning our own abilities. That type of anxious energy, the why isn't this working mentality, only undermines the positive vibrations you have worked so hard to create. Instead, embrace each emotion as an integral part of your journey. Trust completely that the universe is operating on its own perfect timeline, and that your clear, heartfelt intentions will indeed manifest when the time is right. Stay calm, be patient, and let your inner faith shine through regardless of the pace of the process. Now, to bring all of these ideas together, let's briefly review the 7 key mistakes that might be preventing you from manifesting your deepest desires. Not truly knowing what you want. It's essential that when you practice your manifestation techniques, you do so with absolute clarity about your deepest desires. Dig deep into your inner self and make sure that what you want truly resonates with you on every level. Operating from a place of lack, if you practice with a dominant feeling of, I need this, or I'm incomplete without that, you are reinforcing a scarcity mindset. Instead, cultivate a powerful sense of gratitude and abundance so that your energy is naturally aligned with receiving more. Too rigid with your practice. Forcing a strict schedule for your manifestation techniques can create stress and disrupt the natural flow of your energy. Allow your practice to emerge naturally at the moments when you feel most aligned, calm, and receptive. Reverting to negative thoughts shortly after practice, even if you achieve a high vibrational state during your technique. If you soon slip back into complaining or negativity, you effectively cancel out the energy you've just raised. Strive to maintain the elevated state continuously throughout your day, holding limiting beliefs about your desires. Whether it's a desire to win the lottery or to achieve a major personal or financial goal, if you subconsciously believe that such achievements are impossible or come with unwanted complications, you are creating energetic blocks. Replace those limiting beliefs with a deep, unwavering conviction that you can and do deserve all the abundance you aspire to receive. Doubting your efforts. Immediately after practice, the moment you begin questioning whether your manifestation technique worked, you introduce a destructive element of doubt. Trust implicitly that your intention was set properly and allow it to work without interference. Anxiety over how quickly results will manifest. Worrying or becoming impatient when you don't see instant results creates a vibration of insecurity that hinders the manifestation process. Embrace the perfect timing of the universe by staying patient, calm, and confident that your desires are on their way. Now that you understand these key points, imagine just for a moment a life where every one of these internal barriers has been gradually removed. Visualize yourself fully awakened to your inherent power of intervention, the remarkable ability to change the course of your future simply by shifting your inner vibration. In this elevated state, your dreams are no longer distant fantasies. They are beginning to crystallize into tangible realities right before your very eyes. Every instance of gratitude, every moment of positive visualization, every empowered thought builds an unshakable foundation for the life you have always longed. For as you work on transforming your inner world, you will start to see that your external reality mirrors that inner change. If you once radiated an aura of scarcity and insecurity, it's natural that your experience has reflected that. But when you consciously shift your focus to one of abundance, gratitude, and unwavering confidence, you begin to attract opportunities, supportive relationships, and amazing experiences that are perfectly aligned with your highest aspirations. If the universe itself is enthusiastically rewarding your inner evolution, always bear in mind that the law of attraction is ceaseless. It is always in motion, regardless of how you feel at any given moment. The techniques you use are simply channels through which this powerful law flows. What may sometimes seem like a failure is not the law defying you. It's simply a reflection of the misalignment between your inner state and your true desires. That is why it is absolutely crucial to maintain a high, positive vibrational state throughout your entire day. Regularly check in with yourself. Ask, how do I really feel right now? And if you detect any negativity or anxious thoughts, consciously shift your focus back to a state of gratitude and abundance. If you're truly committed to changing your destiny and manifesting the life you've always dreamed of, then it is time to take deliberate, conscious action right now. Transform your inner world from the very depths of your soul. Start today. When you notice yourself slipping back into old habits of doubt or anxiety after your manifestation practice, pause. Take a deep, centering breath and remind yourself that you hold the power to shape your destiny. Every positive thought you nurture is a building block for a richer, more fulfilling future. This journey isn't solely about superficially attracting external results. It's about evolving into the highest version of yourself, a version that naturally embodies every one of your dreams. Celebrate every small victory along the way. Every single time you choose to express gratitude instead of complaint, every moment when you focus on the positives rather than the negatives, you are actively reprogramming your mind and reshaping your reality. These small, consistent changes may seem insignificant at first, but over time, they compound into powerful new habits that support your entire manifestation process. Imagine waking up every morning with an unshakable belief that you deserve every blessing the universe has to offer. Picture your day unfolding as a seamless expression of abundance, joy, and endless possibility. This is the very essence of the true magic behind the law of attraction. Remember that the universe always responds exactly to the energy you project. If you find yourself repeatedly caught in cycles of insecurity, doubt, or a sense of lack even when you're not consciously practicing any specific technique, then it is a clear sign that deeper inner work is required. Begin with small, mindful adjustments. Replace a negative thought with a positive affirmation. Take a few moments throughout your day to be thankful for even the smallest blessings. And watch as these little changes gradually transform your overall vibrational state. This new, vibrant energy will naturally empower your manifestation techniques, drawing opportunities, resources, and relationships to you that you once believed were beyond your reach. True transformation is not a singular event. It is a lifelong journey, a continuous process of self-discovery, growth, and reinvention that demands patience, persistence, and unwavering commitment to your own best self. Every challenge, every setback is merely an opportunity to reaffirm your dedication to a life filled with abundance. When you fully understand the techniques you use are nothing more than tools, and that the real power lies in consistently uplifting your energy throughout every moment, you become empowered to transform your entire being in a holistic, authentic way. For example, if you are using a technique to attract financial abundance, but spend the majority of your day thinking, "I need money," or "I never have enough," then undoubtedly the universe will mirror that scarcity back to you. However, if you replace those limiting thoughts with a deep sense of gratitude for all that you already possess, and truly believe in the abundance that is naturally yours, then even that same technique will begin to bring extraordinary opportunities and financial resources into your life. Shifting your focus from a mindset of lack to one brimming with gratitude is one of the most transformative actions you can take in making the law of attraction work in your favor. It is also vital to allow yourself to experience your emotions fully and without judgment. Often, when outcomes do not immediately match our expectations, our initial reaction is one of frustration or self-doubt. That nervous, "Why isn't this working?" energy only serves to undermine the positive vibrations you have painstakingly built. Instead, embrace every emotion as an integral part of your journey. Trust that the universe operates according to its perfectly orchestrated timeline, and that your clear, heartfelt intentions will indeed manifest at the right moment. Stay calm, continue to be patient, and let your inner faith shine brightly, even when the results seem to be delayed.